Okay, we are going to continue one-step equations, except now we're going to do some word problems. So at the top, go ahead and label Unit 3, Notes 4. And that's all I need to label. If you want, you can put the date, that's fine. So still one step, which means you only have to do one operation to both sides of your equation in order to get the variable, which usually we're going to call x by itself. If you want to use x every time, that's fine. If you want to say the word is pop and you want to use p for pop, that is also fine. So let's take a look at our 3 steps. Step number 1 is define a variable. So what I just said, you can go ahead and define your own variable. So the example is, let C equal cost of one item. So C kind of stands for cost. That's what they're calling a let statement. So let X stand for this. Let Y equal this. Step number 2, so set up your equation and solve. So use your keywords. If you have your old notes from this, use those also. So sum is adding. Product is multiplication. Decrease by is subtraction. Use your keywords to figure out how to set up your problem. And then number 3, do exactly what we've been doing. Get the variable by itself. All right, number 1. It says Ashley's tomato plant grew 9 inches over the summer. Her plant is now 23 inches tall. So grew 9 inches. Now it's 23 tall. How tall was it? So the question is, how tall was it at the beginning of summer? Okay, so we need our let statement or defining our variable. You can choose whatever you want, but let B equal the beginning height. So because the question was how tall was it at the beginning of the summer, our variable is going to be what that question is talking about, which is the beginning. Now let's set up our equation. So to figure out how tall it was at the beginning of the summer, so the beginning of the summer, that's where it started, right? So our equation is going to start with B. Then it grew 9 inches. So we added 9 inches over the summer. And then now it's 23. So that B plus 9 is equal to its current height of 23 inches. Now we have it set up just like we have seen in the past, and we can subtract 9 from both sides, and we're left with B equals 14. Now down low, they want you to put your equation and your solution. So our equation was B plus 9 equals 23, and our solution would be 14, and it's a word problem, so how do we label a word problem? In this case, it will be labeled inches. Word problems will always need some sort of label. All right, number 2. We have 3 sodas, cost $4.95. What is the cost of one soda? One soda. So I'm going to have S equal soda. All right. So total, it was $4.95 for 3 sodas. So that means when we took our 3 sodas and added them all up, or just 3 times S, we are going to get a total of $4.95. And there's my equation. Now my solution, remember, we would divide by 3 on both sides. If I divide by 3 on both sides, I would end up with $1.65, which is my solution. So I ended up getting S equals that, and that's my solution. All right, go ahead and pause the video here on your own and try numbers 3 and 4 on your own. All right, you should have paused and already got solutions for number 3. So go ahead and check your work now. For number 3, the equation that I set up was 1/2 times x, it can be any letter you want, equals 345. So I said let x stand for my savings. And then when I divided by 1/2 on both sides, that means I multiplied both sides by 2. Okay, multiplying both sides by 2. So I got 690 as my solution. Now let's go over that one real quick. So if I divide by 1/2, let's do 1/2 x equals 345. Let's just quickly go over this again. Remember, if we divide by 1/2, so divide by 1/2 over here, divide by 1/2 over here, that is the same thing as keep, switch, flip, which would be multiplying by 2, which is how I got 690. These cancel out, and then we do 345 times 2. All right, number 4. You should have set up your equation to be, let's see, starting point, so I'll use letter S, minus 32.6 equals negative 82.25. And then your solution should have been negative 49.65 feet. Do not forget your label. All right, we'll quickly go over the next 4 together also. So number 5, there are 14 students in art class. Mr. Travis has 350 colored pencils to distribute equally. There's your keywords. How many colored pencils will each student receive? So you want to distribute equally among students. So you will have to do division to get your solution. So how we set this up is going to be, let's see, we have 14x equals 350. Right, I have 14 students. And then my total colored pencils is 350. You could have used C or P for colored pencils, whatever you prefer. So there's my equation. And then our solution should have been 25 colored pencils, because we will divide by 14 on both sides. So divide by 14 over here, divide by 14 over here. These cancel out, and you're left with just x equals 25. All right, number 6, it says Kaylin made 6 dozen more cupcakes. So more than Melissa. If Kaylin made 88 cupcakes, how many did Melissa make? Okay, so it says Kaylin made 6 dozen more. So first we gotta say that 6 dozen equals how many? Well, 12 are in 1 dozen. So 6 times 12 will get us 72. So Kaylin made 72 more donuts. So it says Kaylin made 88 cupcakes. Oh, I'm sorry, donuts. Cupcakes, not donuts. So we have 72 more than Melissa. You can use M, you can use X, whatever you want. And we have Kaylin's total was 88. So Kaylin made 72 plus Melissa's amount to get her total amount of 88. This is our equation. Now you'll subtract 72 from both sides to figure out that Melissa made 16. And don't forget to label. All right, number 7. Paul made 3 1/3 pounds of bananas and apples. If he bought 1 4/5 pounds of apples, how many pounds of bananas did he buy? Okay, so our total is 3 1/3 pounds. So apples plus bananas. So apples plus bananas equals 3 1/3. They gave us the amount of apples, 1 4/5 pounds. Now we need to find the bananas, so we can call that B. So 1 4/5 plus B equals 3 1/3. You would just subtract, let's go, minus 1 4/5 on that side of our equal sign, and minus 1 4/5 on this side of our equal sign. Use your calculator if you don't know, or you can change these to improper fractions. Either way, you would end up getting 1 and 8 over 15, and then pounds, or pounds of bananas, however you want to label it. If you didn't simplify this, you may have also gotten 23 over 15. Go ahead and try number 8 on your own. So pause the video here. All right, number 8. It says snow is falling at a rate of 2.5 inches per hour. This per is our keyword, that means multiplication. At this rate, so the rate will not change, how long will it take 8 inches of snow to fall? So our total is 8. We want to get to 8. And right now we're at 2.5 per hour. I'm going to call it H hours. So let H equal hours. So 2.5 times however many hours, that's what we're looking for, is going to equal 8, which is our goal. That is our equation. And now we will divide by 2.5 on both sides, and you would end up with 3.2 hours, or H equals 3.2.